Hi, it's Thursday night, the 8th of October, and it's already day 282. My goodness, on my journey to business alignment. I'm still living the dream daily, daily, daily. I had my power statement for today say, I will continue to do all I can to get all the tasks done that are on my master list before I contact Ontraport to start the process of getting the membership system, the forms, and the email marketing features all set up and working properly. Once Fahad's back in the saddle, we can get on with the focus group launch and launching my website to go live. With Fahad still working on the last few tasks, but he's not on them yet, but that's what he's got to do. I decided to look at all my web pages to see if I could find any other aesthetic things that just don't look quite right still. And I'm going to make up a short list of those little aesthetic issues and get them fixed. Besides doing that, I also went through my master list today and worked on getting more of those tasks done as well. Anyway, here's my list of to-dos for today, right here. My three main ones for Thursday. Bam! Done. My number one most important task was to check to see if there were any aesthetic fixes needing attention, like I said. And I had some now to-dos right there, so I got all those done. My fun task for today was to finish editing the video of my interview with Rochelle Crowder. I'm changing how I'm going to edit and animate and transition my interview videos, as well as any Zoom live coaching videos. I'm just going to change and make it much more clean that way. And my fun task for today was to do more master task lists. So my end of the day success routine question of getting honest with yourself, Marty, what didn't go well today? Or what could you have done better? I did wake up and early in the morning and start my day strong. I do it every morning. I started my morning with power by win the morning, win the day routine. I was productive throughout the day, 2 pages, bam, 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 pieces through the portal of my mind to the world of the physical. And I got my most important things that I had written down done. So I was able to move my goals forward, and I showed up as the person I wanted to show up as. I showed up how I could best serve myself in this day and my dream. What about your personal time with your spouse, or if you have one? I had great time with Kathleen, and she was present for me, and I was present with her. Great day today. In summary, I asked myself, were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? Did you keep your promises that you made this morning? Well, since Fahad has been out of circulation right now, it has become necessary to change things up a bit in what I focus on. His last few tasks can stay on hold, and that's okay, and I'm focusing on my master list of tasks and my 3 main tasks that I need to do each and every day. And so that is what I promised myself this morning. I promised that I would keep working on doing as many of those master tasks on my master task list as I could get done in a day while Fahad is out of circulation, and that's exactly what I did. So, bam, done. Way to go, Marty. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any pre-play movies that called up on the screen of my mind? Well, besides my Win the Morning, Win the Day must-see TV favorite 5 movies that I review every morning, I also spent a few minutes this morning reflecting on getting the Facebook Pixel and the Google's Analytics integrated on my site. Fahad has to do it, but I imagine them being done and that they were all done. I just envisioned getting reports by email, Google Analytics, that shows the activity of my website, how many visitors and how much time they spend here and this and that, how many bonks. It's getting close to where that will all start to happen very soon. At least I hope so. Getting so excited. My next question says, what's the one thing that would make all the difference going forward? What can I do that's better? What can I do better than I did yesterday that I can move things forward? Well, I feel the one thing that I can do better going forward, and it's the one thing that will make all the difference in getting this project completed, is to get everything done that I possibly can so that the website is completely ready for when Ontraport starts doing its integration of those features. Or I should say, when they, Fahad, and I start doing the integration of all these features. I still have a lot of miscellaneous tasks that need to get off my list so we can take that website live. So my power statement that I wrote down for tomorrow says, I will continue to focus on getting my master task list done as quickly as possible. And then when Fahad gets his 3 tasks done, I will contact Ontraport.com to start the process of getting the membership system, the forms, and the email marketing system up and going and working properly. Boom. Next is, were there any mistakes or failures I had today or that I made that I can turn into a tool of success going forward? Well, so far there hasn't been anything that I would consider to be a failure, nor have I made any real mistakes today. I am concerned that I do make mistakes here and there, but I didn't see anything that really slowed me down today. Fahad is going to work on his remaining tasks when he gets back in the saddle, but it's going to be a couple, 3 days before he can finish them up, and then we can start the Ontoport system features. The next question is, what's your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well? Well, I think my biggest success today was the fact that I simply readjusted my focus. I remained flexible with what I focused on and what I had to face with Fahad having to have his little challenge. And I moved forward on pieces of this project that are in my control. That's what you do when things come out of the blue at you and you didn't expect this or that or plan for this to happen. You are flexible. You readjust and reprioritize and then get after it. The next step in my end of the day success routine is to rate my day's effort. So I gave today another 9. I gave it a 9 because I worked at the speed of 9 all day long. I'm getting as much done as I possibly can, and I'm getting closer and closer to having the entire master list of to-dos done. And I feel pretty good about that. And what I got done today, it was a productive day, in other words, and that's great. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says, if you really want to utilize the power of decision making, you must overcome the fear of making wrong decisions. The fear of making a mistake holds so many people back. Without a doubt, all of us have and will continue to make wrong decisions in our life. That's an absolute fact. We're human. We may even make some bad ones. Simply put, we're going to mess up, and you can be certain that that is true because, like I said, we're all human. However, no matter what decisions we make, we need to be flexible, like I said, and look at the consequences and step back and be merciful to yourself, be compassionate, and learn from your mistakes. And use these lessons, tools of success, to make even better decisions in the future. It's called recalibration. Just remember, success is truly the result of good judgment, for sure. Good judgment is the result of experience. And experience is often the result of bad judgment. Learning from your own broken nose, in other words. Bam! With the 2x4. In fact, our seemingly bad or painful experiences where we learned from our own broken nose, like I said, are sometimes the most important things that we learn from. When people fail, we tend to ponder. We then begin to make new distinctions that will enhance the quality of our lives. We adjust. We must commit to learning from our mistakes, though, our failures, and turn them into tools of success, rather than beating ourselves up. Be compassionate. Be curious about, why did I do that? And learn. If we don't approach failure in this way, we're destined to make the same mistakes over and over and over again. And we don't want that. These principles lead to the next thing that I'm grateful for, which is the law of role modeling, which says, as important as personal experience is, it's invaluable to have a role model that you can personally model. Someone who's navigated the rapids before you and has a map for you to follow. In other words, I've been there and I've done that. The fact is, you can have a role model for your finances, a model for your relationships, a model for your health, a model for your profession or business, and a model for any aspect of your life that you're learning and wanting to master. They can save you years of pain and keep you from going over the falls. Mastery takes as long as you want it to take. If you make your days full of experiences and change, you can have decades worth of growth within a single month. In other words, if you want to learn how to speak, we read in a book about a senator who wasn't a senator at the time, and he wanted to learn how to speak, so he joined the race thinking he'd probably have to talk. But he talked 4 and 5 and 6 times a day, hours on end, day after day after day after day for 2 full years. He learned how to speak. He overcame some fears for sure. And he still has a fear, but he knew how to control those butterflies and line them up. That's what I'm talking about. You can have decades of growth within a single month by packing it with experience. Next, I'm grateful for Tony Robbins, who said this: there are no failures in life. There are no failures in life. What? There are only results. If you didn't get the results you wanted, learn from each experience so that you have references about how to make better decisions in the future. In other words, just let the failures roll off. Don't call them failures, just learning new experiences about them and turn them into tools of success so you can get different and better results. One of the most important decisions you can make to ensure your long-term happiness is to decide to use whatever life gives you in the moment. I promise you that there's nothing you can't accomplish if, 1, you clearly decide what it is that you're absolutely committed to achieving, being very clear on your why and your vision and your dream. Number 2, you are willing to take massive action. Get after it. Number 3, you notice what's working and what's not working. And number 4, you continue to change your approach and adjusting and recalibrating until you achieve what you want, using whatever life gives you along the way. Before I close this off, I would encourage you to find a short story history of the ultimate success story I'm going to mention here. It's Mr. Soichiro Honda, founder of Honda Corporation of Japan. Honda certainly knew that sometimes when you make a decision and take action, in the short term, it may look like it's not working for you. In order to succeed, you must have a long-term focus, and he sure did. Most challenges that we have in our personal lives are from short-term focused. Success and failure are not overnight experiences. It's all the small decisions along the way that cause people to fail. It's failure to follow up. It's failure to take action. It's failure to persist. It's failure to manage our mental and emotional states. It's the failure to control what we think or focus on. It's a failure to control our thoughts. Conversely, however, success is the result of making small decisions, deciding to hold yourself to a higher standard, deciding to contribute, deciding to feed your mind rather than allowing the environment to control you. These small decisions create the life experience we call success. Short-term thinking is the root of most failure. This is another way of saying the course of least resistance. And so let's commit to not focusing on the rocks that we bonk and hit along the journey of the river, but let's look ahead. There may be falls up there that we got to prepare for. Yeah! Man, oh man. Anyway, there you go. Until we meet again here tomorrow night, I'll be right back here at my laptop sharing another video entry of my journey to alignment. I wish you all continued success. Good night.